Welcome to The Man in the Middle. I am your host, Bill West. Today we're going to be talking about Shazam. The last one, I can't remember the name of it. Let's look it up real quick because I feel bad. Fury of the Gods. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now that I really enjoyed the first Shazam movie. I did have a problem where the seven deadly sins were these just amorphous blobs of putty, and I think they could have done better, which they actually did in this movie. Uh, this movie started off with the Shazam family being the laughing stock of, I think it's Philadelphia where they live. They can't do anything right. They go to a bridge sequence where uh, they say it looks like they save everybody, but the bridge and probably most of the cars. That's Calliope right there. Is that Calliope? She doesn't care. Are destroyed. I don't like that, especially after the first movie where Shazam and the family were heralded as heroes, and since then they just become this bumbling laughing stock, and I really didn't care for that. I did like that they brought the wizard back. This is going to be a spoiler field, and I'm sorry if you haven't seen it, but it's been out for quite a while, so I'm not going to apologize for the spoilers. And well, I was going to say they brought the wizard back. Unfortunately, Sylvana and Mr. Mind, which were at the end, we finally got to see Mr. Mind at the end of the last movie, was only in it in a trailer, or the end credit scene in this movie, which was unfortunate because it would have been nice to see them fight Shazam, but it's not going to happen probably because they're rebooting the DCU, which is unfortunate because I like most of this movie. Uh, it's a pretty depressing movie up until two-thirds, three-quarters in, when the big battle starts between the daughters of Atlas and the Shazam family, and finally Shazam. It they they grow they implant a silver apple or golden apple on Earth, and we get to see Cyclops and Unicorn and all kinds of monsters from Greek myth show up, and it's a pretty cool action sequence. I mean, it's very enjoyable. It's CGI, but it's a lot better than the last movie. Uh, it turned out. I mean, I don't know if I would have liked to see this at the theater just because like I said, it was a bummer for two-thirds of the movie. But like I said, once I started watching my phone and playing games on it until the end, when it finally caught my attention again. We My wife felt the same way. She was saying, this is not great, and it's sort of a bummer. I had to agree with her because it was a bummer until it picked up at the end. There's interesting part where Billy is having a dream about meeting Wonder Woman, and we see. I mean, it's obviously a female from his portion of the dream, but the dream gets taken over, and the scene switches, and we see it from behind Billy or Shazam's head, and all of a sudden it's Wonder Woman's body with the wizard's face, and he's saying how bad a disappointment that he's been, you know, playing with the powers instead of being a superhero like Batman, Flash. Obviously, these characters are in the Marvel or in the DCU. Wonder Woman's there, Superman's there. We saw from the last movie, so obviously Batman, Flash, etc. Or at least from the ones from the Justice League are there. She's trying to figure out where she's going. Okay, there she goes. Uh, there was a sequence where, oh, Helen Mirren is wonderful in this role. I like Helen Mirren as an actor. I always have, all the way back to Excalibur, and I shouldn't say she, she was a hottie in her back in the day. But she was, she held her own. She was a good villain and then a good guy. Lucy Liu was chewing scenery. She was having a lot of fun with the role. Billy Batson's family it's always fun to watch, especially the parents. I liked their expanded role in this, and it's good to see a superhero with a family with something to lose. Superman early on, he was by himself until he met Lois. He had his mom and his dad, but really he was in Metropolis where they weren't. So he was pretty much by his own or by himself. But it's nice, and the father saying, "Is this why the house is always being struck by lightning?" When he finally sees, the kids uh, morph into their Shazam counterparts or Captain Marvel counterparts. I don't know which ones would be right. Uh, Billy sacrifices himself to save Philadelphia, and he gets buried. Maybe on Mount Olympus, or maybe wherever wherever the tree is supposed to blossom. They plant the tree, and they bury Billy there, and then Wonder Woman. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for a happy ending. Uh, Wonder Woman comes by, really, Gal Gadot, she comes by and saves him, or reincarnates him. And there's this scene where he's like, I was dead a minute, you know, and you buried me, and then he goes on and hits on Wonder Woman, and she's like, you know, stick with women your own age. Obviously, maybe she could see through, Captain Marvel and see how old he really is. There's a sequence later at the mid-credit sequence where they're trying to get him into Justice Society, which I don't remember him being in the Justice Society. I thought he was in the Justice League, or maybe back in the day, maybe in the 50s he was with the Justice Society. But I don't remember him. Maybe he's in current run. I haven't read a DC or current DC comic in ages. I've been collecting trades and older runs. So, in fact, one of these days I need to go through my collection and see what I have, and because I've got one long box, and I need to buy some more, and I need to put them in the long box. Maybe I'll do that, and maybe I'll finally do a live stream while we're doing that. If you can get past the first half, 2/3 of the movie, to the point where it's an action movie, where it finally kicks in, I finally got to enjoy it. Overall, I'd give it a good 6.57. I'm glad I saw it. I'll probably buy it on 4K. So it's I'll be glad to have it. I'll put it on the same, maybe a little more, because I'm more of a Shazam fan than Black Adam, but it's about the same level as Black Adam. It's unfortunately that we never got to see these two fight. It would have been interesting, or at least interact with each other. That's about all I have to say about that. Uh, is it a good movie? It's not a great movie. It's a good movie. It's worth seeing. Uh, there are some, like I said, there are some good sequences in there. Yeah, you just have to get past all the other sequences to get to them. My name is Bill West. I am the man in the middle. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm trying to figure out what I have on my plate. I have a Battletech video coming out soon, probably next week. You know, I've got stuff on order coming in. So Battletech's coming in. I have a physical media coming in or coming up soon. Brand new Sweet and Lynch, Def Leppard, and I can't remember the other group that I've got coming in. It's a group that YouTube showed me. I listened to the single, and I was very impressed, so I ordered it. I love when YouTube does that. All right, you guys take care. I will talk to you again soon. I know I have something else that's on my mind. I can't. I know what I'm talking. I'll be talking about soon. You guys take care. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.